I always loved Zelda games and Minecraft. Years ago, the YouTube algorithm showed me a video with a little bit over 30,000 views. It was probably the coolest project I have ever seen being realized in Minecraft. I followed the project practically from the start, waiting for the world download, and when it happened, I explored the world for myself to see and learn new building techniques. And while exploring this world, I found many secrets in it. I'm not talking about the phenomenal recreation of Breath of the Wild secrets, but of the many new, funny things the builder of this project have made, and I wanted to share what I found. The way I founded most of the things is with the help of the no-clip option included in the Axiom mod. A very apparent thing is that most of the terrain on the map has a lot of small caves and holes filled with lava or water. Starting from the Great Plateau, you can see that here there's the first hidden sign. I didn't find many of them, but some random one I found on the map. The first one that I found apart from this one was in the Korok forest. Below the first shrine there is this temple and this area over here where they made a different looking version of Hestu, even with his maracas. Let's just say that I prefer the one that they used in the final project. In the Gerudo region there is practically nothing interesting, or at least not here in the highlands. In the desert there is some interesting stuff. Out here, in the complete middle of the desert, there is this dinosaur, which is a parkour. I don't really know why, but some random hills over here, way out of the map, are colored in this strange kind of dirt. Here there is a mini version of the Divine Beast. Under this area over here, where in the game there is a Molduga, you can find this strange place over here, I don't know what it is. There is also this door over here, which inside has another temple. Under these ruins over here, there is this secret area. The only interesting thing I found on the Gerudo Highlands is this dinosaur over here, which is not even on a part that you can go in the game. There's this area over here of Lake Alia, which was not colored right. I don't know why. Maybe someone put this in just because. But yeah, there is a random set of red blocks over here. Under the mountain there is this place over here, which I believe it is in Breath of the Wild, but it definitely does not have an access on the top. As you can see, in many places of the map there are leftover works from the terraforming. This is not that special, you can find it pretty much everywhere. What it is more special is some kind of structure like this, where the mountain has a hole inside it. And you can see it from the outside. Under Kakarico village there is this thing over here, which I think is a reference to something, but I don't quite get it. Under Mount Hylia there is a giant hole here, and inside it a big dungeon. I don't think it's based on something. You can access it from various points on the outside. There is even this little base over here. Near here there is this strange room. Here you can see this thing, I don't know what exactly this is, near here. It's apparently Johnny Korok. In the area around Satori Mountain there is a lot of stuff. For starters, under the horse statue, there is... Near the horse statue, there is this strange thing. And most of these places have an exit to the outside, which is interesting because they are meant to be found in survival mode, but yeah, I'm cheating to find them. Under Satori Mountain there is this other room and this pixel art that was made with maps. If you go to this location over here, you will see the actual build. This is another random room someone made. I don't know what is its purpose. Also, a quite common occurrence is that some places, especially in the rivers like this, are not completely terraformed. So this point here on Satori Mountain is clearly unfinished. You can still see a lot of stuff that isn't in the game. I do not exactly know what's the meaning behind this, but there is Greeken over here in the Great Fairy Flower. Over here, in the Mice Crack, there is a statue of the mice with its sword. And under these random ruins, there is a small dungeon. Another random thing is that in a hole over here, there is a pig named Technoblade, which is immortal. Or at least it has a lot of health. There is a strange lack of interesting Easter eggs or details put in the Hebra region. And as you can see, the map has also the entire region far out of Hyrule, but apart from the occasional random thing they put in here, there is nothing. And it also lags a lot more than the other part of the map, I don't know why. Under Hyrule Castle there are so many random little things that people made. The big one is obviously the entire boss room with Ganon itself. And there is this other random version of Ganon, the one from the start of Tears of the Kingdom. There is this area over here, which I don't really know why it is here, but someone made this. And a lot of other little secrets here and there. A very strange thing is what's in here inside the Deku tree. I don't know what this is meant to represent. I believe it is a version of a korok that should be here, but I don't really know. I disabilitated the Typhloru in black effect, but you can see that here there is the hidden sign 85. This was the first one I ever found. There is quite a lot under Death Mountain. There is this entire nether area over here with a fortress. In the center of the volcano you can find Volvagia, which is a boss from Ocarina of Time, circling around the Elden Ring. And here there is an uncolored rock. One of my favorite finds is this one over here in Zora's domain. Under this waterfall there is not even anything connecting it to the rest of the world. There is this spirally path that leads you into this sign over here that has a really deep and interesting message. There's quite a lot under Eventide Island. at least for a location this small. There is this entire area over here, which is connected to the outside. This almost looks like a survival base. And a really cool room is this one over here, which inside has a lot of books written down by the people who made the map. Some of them, like the Hyrule tour guide, are very useful because it lets you travel between different locations of the map. There is a very random cave over here, near Hateno village. Under these ruins over here, there is this giant, strange dungeon. This was one of my first finds because, well, it's really easy to see, it's really big, and it's quite complex. It has its own little secrets, like this room. A random thing that at first I didn't found was also a pretty random thing that I noticed. This should be a cave. There is like a covering on top of this place, and yeah, this shouldn't be open. Should be pretty much like this. I don't think it's intended for these blocks over here to be here, but you know, in a map this big is definitely more than acceptable to have all these mistakes. They are part of the history of this project. I was thinking that I will find a lot of interesting stuff under the Akkala fortress, but in reality there's pretty much nothing over here. Also, a very strange thing I noticed is that over here, near Terrytown, there is this strange diagonal thing that is made up of blocks, but I don't really know why. Probably some strange command that they did, by accident obviously. Okay, so right now I am outside the real Breath of the Wild map, and I wanted to show you guys some random thing that the builder left here. One of my favorite parts is this one, where there are all the assets used in the building of the map. There are a lot of random statues over here. In the map were also left all the assets from the Attack of Titan video. There is also the entirety of the Hyrule castle with a normal grass color. Here there are a lot of leftovers project, or whatever you want to call these. I would say it's just some random people testing action features. But there are also the Great Sky Islands from Tears of the Kingdom. And here they left the entire plume of Death Mountain. I think it looks pretty cool. I prefer the new one that they made, but this is not that bad. Here's a list of other random things I found that I didn't know where to put in the video. For strange reasons, The wood outside generated structures, and with them, mineshafts under the bedrock. There are many places where Grathi forgot to color the blocks he placed as temporary. If you think I missed something, write to me in the comment section. This project was probably one of the biggest inspiration for me to create this channel, so I wanted to give tribute to it in some way. This is not the usual content I want to make, so if you want to see Minecraft building tutorials, stick to the channel and subscribe. Just to let you know, I bought a new microphone, so in the next videos I will sound way better, but it will take a while before it will arrive.